I recently watched Search, the Naina murder case on Geo Hotstar, and from the very first episode, I felt that quiet tension that only a well-crafted crime thriller can bring. The show doesn't scream for attention. Instead, it slowly pulls you into its mystery with a sense of realism that feels unsettlingly close to what could happen around us. The premise is simple yet strong. A college girl named Naina goes missing, and her lifeless body turns up in the most unexpected way. From there, a chain of revelations begins that not only questions who killed her, but also exposes the cracks in the system that investigates her death. Konkana Sen Sharma leads the story as ACP Sunita Das, a role that feels tailor-made for her. She's not the typical on-screen cop we're used to seeing in crime thrillers, loud, brash, or over-the-top heroic. Instead, she's calm, layered, and quietly intense. You can sense years of exhaustion in her eyes, the weight of a career filled with compromises, and the quiet fire of someone who still believes in justice even when the system doesn't. Konkana's performance anchors the entire series. There's an authenticity in how she delivers her lines, the pauses she takes, the silences that speak louder than words. Watching her piece together the case while also dealing with her own inner fatigue makes Sunita one of the most human portrayals of a police officer I've seen in recent times. Opposite her, Surya Sharma plays Jay Kanwal, a younger officer with a mix of enthusiasm and recklessness that contrasts perfectly with Sunita's composed maturity. Their chemistry isn't romantic, it's professional tension layered with mutual respect and occasional disagreement, the kind of dynamic that feels real within a hierarchical setup. The rest of the supporting cast, including smaller yet impactful roles by actors like Jamil Khan, Divya Dutta, and Anshul Chauhan, add depth to the narrative. Every character seems to carry their own secrets, making the investigation feel less like a police procedural and more like a mirror into society's dark corners. What I really liked is how Search manages to weave political, social, and emotional threads into a tight 6-episode format. The story doesn't just focus on the murder, it opens up a world around it. A manipulative politician trying to suppress facts, a media house chasing TRPs instead of truth, and a police department torn between doing what's right and what's convenient. There's also a subtle feminist undertone running through the series, the way women's voices are often dismissed, their pain minimized, and how even justice becomes a luxury depending on who you are. Yet, the show doesn't overstate it. It's there quietly, like a wound that keeps reminding you it exists. The pacing is quite balanced in the first half. The opening episodes build suspense effectively, drawing us closer to Naina's life and the people connected to her. As the investigation deepens, you start realizing that everyone around her had something to hide, a lie, a betrayal, a secret motive. The middle portion slightly slows down with a few repetitive scenes, but the tension never fades entirely. The final 2 episodes pack a punch, especially when the truth begins to unfold. While some may find the conclusion predictable, I liked how it didn't depend on unnecessary twists just to shock the audience. Instead, it aimed for a closure that feels emotional and believable, tying together the personal and professional journeys of its characters. Technically, the show is quite impressive for its scale. The cinematography by Abhishek Nair captures the city's atmosphere beautifully. Dimly lit alleys, interrogation rooms drenched in yellow light, and rainy streets that echo the tone of the story. The music, score by Keaton Soda, deserves a mention too. It doesn't overpower scenes but creeps in subtly, building tension where needed. The editing is crisp, keeping the narrative flowing without overstaying its welcome. There's a certain restraint in the direction by Anubhav Sinha that works in favor of the story. Instead of stylizing every scene, he lets the realism do the talking. However, I did feel that the writing could have taken more risks. There were moments when I wished the script went deeper into Naina's own story, who she was beyond being a victim. The emotional connection with her is more implied than explored. Also, the political subplot, while important, sometimes falls into cliches we've seen before: corrupt officers, power-hungry ministers, media manipulation. Yet, even with these flaws, the series remains engaging because of its heart, the performances and the moral weight it carries. By the time the final episode ended, I found myself sitting in silence for a few minutes, thinking about how Search isn't just a murder mystery, it's also about the people who get lost in the noise of politics and power. It's about those who still try to do their duty when the system makes it nearly impossible. Konkana Sen Sharma's ACP Sunita Das stands as a reminder that heroism doesn't always come with big speeches or dramatic moments, sometimes it's just about quietly refusing to give up. Overall, Search, the Naina murder case is a solid addition to Jio Hotstar's lineup. It may not be perfect, but it's gripping, grounded, and emotionally resonant. If you're someone who loves crime thrillers with real human depth and strong performances, this one is definitely worth your time.
Hope you like the video. See you with another interesting video. Bye then, signing off from Black and Blank.